There you have it, our two anthems. And of course, for the Koreans, it wasn't a national anthem of North or South, but they sang a traditional folk song indeed. Ari Rang is the name of it. A beautiful moment as they pan, not only in the crowd singing along, but with the players, and you can see the spectrum of emotions. Some of them realizing just how important this moment is for their sport and their country, but also a lot of nerves in there as well, and it'll be fascinating to see how they open this game against a heavily favored side, Germany. The Korean side, after their training for the last couple of weeks, played a couple of test matches in the last few days against third division German side, and both games were fairly close. One victory, one defeat. So we'll see how they deal with the German national team now. Coach Cho Young-shin sure has some tricks up his sleeve. As for the Germany side, we had a quick look at it there, but a few players to look out for. Of course, Uwe Gensheimer on the left wing, the PSG superstar. Stefan Faith, who'll probably start at left back. He's been fantastic since his summer move to Rhein-Neckar-Löwen. The line players, Patrick Wiencheck, Hendrik Pekeler, Yannick Kohlbacher, so many fantastic players in that position to choose from. Stefan Beinhold at right back, and Patrick Rutsky, the only player to choose from on the right wing. We'll see how he deals. Plus the two goalkeepers, Andy Wolf and Silvio Heinefetter, two fantastic goalkeepers. We'll see which one of them gets the nod, both very capable at this level. As for the Korean side, a few players to look out for: Jung So-young at right back, Na Seong-do at right wing, and also the line player, Kim Dong-myung, a very passionate player. You can see it whenever he plays, a very aggressive player as well. You'll notice him as soon as he's on court and scores a goal. And the Korea coach, Cho Young-shin, delivering his final words to this team on the cusp of a historic moment in world handball and Korean handball. North and South joined. One Korea here for the opening match of the 26th IHF Men's World Championship. And it's Korea who take on the hosts, the co-hosts rather, Germany. And earlier on, just before we got started, we had speeches from Hassan Mustafa, the IHF president, and also German President Frank-Walter Steinmeier. Time for talking is over. And as you can see with Andy Wolf, who's got the nod in goal for Germany, we're just about ready to go. And it will be Korea who begin with the ball, and they'll be attacking from left to right on your screen in the all-white kit, and defending on the right-hand side of your screen in the black kit with a bit of red trim. Germany and their so imposing defense, and starting in there is Patrick Wiencheck and Hendrik Pekeler, two line players starting there in the middle of defense. So Finn Lemke, who's usually also in the center of defense, not chosen to start this time around. And Jung, their player I mentioned just before the game, on the ball at right back. He's going to have to play a big part today. And the fascinating thing with this Korean side, who move the ball very well, very disciplined in attack usually, but they're going to struggle to get over this defensive wall, but not on that occasion. And the opening goal, a historic moment for Korea, as Jung So-young scores the first goal for them and the first goal of this World Championship. Ball into the line there, Paddy Wiencheck scores, he equalizes straight away. And in the opening minute here, we're all square at one. Nice response there from Germany. They move the ball into the line and onto the wing so very well. The problem may be with firepower for them from the backcourt, but at least when it comes to distribution, they're very capable. Kang in the middle for Korea, line switch, and there's the first mistaken attack from Korea. The line player dropping the ball on the way around. And it's these kind of technical mistakes. Yes, it's early days, but they cannot afford that at all if they're going to stand a chance today. Ball into the line, and that's a nice finish this time around. Hendrik Pekeler. So two balls into the line for Germany. and 2 goals from 2 different players. Nice counter-attacking from them. They didn't swap any player out. Kind of worked out for them. Usually both line players would not be starting in the settled attack. But nice transition attack there from Germany. Another key strength of theirs. And they're showing it at this early stage. Kwangsoon Park at left back for Korea. Ran into a bit of trouble there. Shot comes in. That's easily saved by Wolf. But the referee blows the whistle for a free throw. And as I mentioned earlier, shooting from the backcourt is not really going to be an option today for Korea. They're going to have to move the ball around and be creative as well. That shot blocked and out for a corner throw. McCann gets us going again with a switch in the backcourt. He's at left back now on the ball, and the hand is up for passive play for Korea. Shot comes in and saved again. Good start to the game for Andy Wolf. As Korea coach Cho asks for some calm from his players. So the passive play signal is gone because they got the shot in and they get a bit of time to work the attack again. Korea, ball out to the right-hand side. And it's Jung. Jung tries to find some space. Here he is on the wrong side of the court. He almost lost it, somehow retrieved that one. And he wins the free throw. The hand once again up for passive play. And it's Koo on the line. He gets us started. Shot from the left wing, tried to spin it around, but there was no angle to work with there. Germany come away with the ball. Ball into Strobel in the center and out to Uwe Gensheimer for his first touch. And Germany's first real settled attack of the game now. Their 2 goals so far came from counter-attacks. Now a chance to see what this backcourt is made of. With Martin Strobel, the centre-back, he's out on the left at the moment, but that'll change. Stefan Faith in the middle, he'll be out at left-back. And Stefan Beinhold at right-back. Ball out to the left wing, but an attacking foul called against Germany by our Danish referees, and Korea take it away. So not a bad start for the Koreans. Their first settled defensive attempt has worked out well. The problem for them, as we've seen already in these opening 4.5 minutes, is going to be trying to find a shot from the backcourt. Switch with the back, and as we see it there, easily blocked. Counter-attack for Patrick Grutsky, and he makes it 3-1 just before the 3-minute mark. Easily blocked. And down the other end, a shot comes in, saved by Andy Wolf. Goes out for a sideline ball. And in these early stages, you can see the big issue for this Korean side is going to be shooting from the backcourt. Patrick Wiencheck in there alongside Hendrik Pekeler in the middle of that defensive wall. 2 huge players, and throw Finn Lemke in there at the right time, and you're going to have 2 players over 2 meters tall for Korea. With some nice movement in the backcourt there, trying to find some space. Recycled on the right wing, and they go again. Shot comes in, and that's much better. Waited and waited for the opportunity, and the goal comes in. Park Kwang-soon with his first goal of the game. Korea's second. And he sold the defensive block, a bit of a dummy there. Instead of going for the shot straight away, worked out for him. And Korea back within 1. The 6 minutes played here in our opening match of the 2019 IHF World Championship. We've got another opening game coming on later on today at 8:15 over in Copenhagen, where Chile will take on Denmark. As Stefan Beinhold comes in, he earns himself a free throw. And the referees also call a 2-minute suspension, our first of the game, and it goes to Korea. A bit of a late challenge there. And it's a man I was speaking about just before the game, the line player, Kim Dong-myung. Very aggressive player, very physical player, also very good in attack. But here, off for 2 minutes for that foul. And Germany with the man advantage here. 2 line players in at the moment. Stefan Fate with a shot, and he buries it into the top left-hand corner. 2-goal lead for Germany. And you can see Patrick Wiencheck was waiting for it on the line there, but Stefan Fate backed himself and buried it into the top left-hand corner. His first goal of the game. And the first goal also from settled play from Germany, which will give them a bit of confidence. And now pushing up really high in attack with Korea taking their keeper out as well. So they're taking their keeper out as they're a man down, so they're playing 6-on-6 in attack. Dangerous play, because if their shot somehow goes straight into the keeper's hands or into the defensive block, there'll be an empty goal to shoot into, but you can see the right wing there was running off court as the ball was being played on the left-hand side. As Hendrik Pekeler gets a warning for his foul. And the right wing, Na Seung-do, comes back in. Here he is on the ball, but expect him to leave the court fairly soon once this attack really gets going. Jung plays it off, and here he is on the ball again. The opening goal scorer for Korea. Ball into the line, it's stolen, and there's an empty goal to shoot into there. Who's going to take the shot? Feinhold doesn't fancy it, plays that to Uwe Gensheimer, and what a way to open his account. The German captain with the easiest goal he'll score in this championship, probably. But nobody really fancied the shot. They were looking for the open space. And eventually, Gensheimer places it into the empty net. And it's just what I was speaking about at the beginning of that 2-minute suspension. When Korea play with the goalkeeper out to try and even up the odds, they leave themselves exposed, particularly with their style of attack and Germany's imposing defense. But the 2-minute suspension is over. And Germany now 3 goals to the good. Korea trying to fight a ball into the line, but it's stolen. Uwe Gensheimer, after scoring into an empty net, is going to make it 2. Yes, he does. And it's a 6-2 lead as we approach the 9-minute mark. A 3-goal run now for Germany. And at this early stage, already becoming dangerous for Korea. And that does indeed prompt a timeout by Cho Young-shin, their coach. Let's listen in to see what he has to say to his team.
Klasse gegen die Hand gehabt. Gehen wir noch mal auf 3-2-1, während die so eng diesen Übergang spielen. Da müsst ihr beide sprechen. Sonst ist es top. Weiter miteinander. Deutschland!
So from what we saw there, I'll be honest with you, didn't understand the Korean coach, but with Germany besides a couple of small pointers, very happy with the job so far. And you can see why. Counter-attacking has been phenomenal so far. That was the most recent goal by Uwe Gensheimer. And as you can see, the crowd enjoying themselves as well. This packed crowd here in Berlin to get this World Championship started. And so far, so good for the host nation, Germany. Jung, he's got a bit of space. Bounce shot straight into the hands of Andy Wolf. He gets us going again with Martin Strobel. Breaks free, but looks for the pass. Feinhold is there waiting for him. Gensheimer, Strobel, Martin Strobel with the shot, and that's saved. And that's important as well for Korea. First real save of the game for Park Jae-young. Took about 10 minutes to happen. Besides that, Germany enjoying a perfect shooting record. That'll settle his nerves and give his team a bit of confidence here in the attack. Kang with the line switch now. And it's Kim waiting on the line. As you can see, a lot of physical play in there. Here he is on the ball, tries to find some space. Kang, he tries to release it, but he's fouled on the way through. He was also inside before he got the ball, so he got away with that a bit. Kim Dong-myung gets us going. Jung now in the middle, calling the orders in this Korean attack. He finds the line. Nice ball into the line there, and that's a penalty. Well earned by Kim Dong-myung, and a 2-minute suspension to boot. So double punishment there for Germany. As we can see, a push by Hendrik Pekeler. Totally unnecessary. Martin Strobel was in the battle with them. It wasn't going to do much. But here is the penalty, and that's nicely put away. Excellent finish there by Jang Dong-hyun. His first of the game, the left wing. And that's much better from Korea in attack. Not trying to force the shots from the outside, but moving the ball well, as we know they can do, and finding the line player. Stefan Faith with a long-range shot, and he doesn't miss again. Hit on the way through as well. Have to look at the replay to see what exactly happened to him. He got the shot off and then was hit afterwards, and the referees will contemplate that as well. They have the option as well to go to the instant replay if needed. There's a shot from Stefan Faith, and it looks like a bit of an innocuous hit. Just a hand touching his face as he went through. And a red card was given, as we can see from the replay there. And that's the end of the game for him. As you can see, it did touch the face. It didn't look like too much from that replay, but it was a heavy fall from Stefan Faith. And that's such a pity as well. Having just scored the penalty, Jang Dong-hyun, and the next attack to be given a red card there, but it looks like it's being reviewed, so we'll see what comes from it. So it was Jang who was given the red card, and he was the one who came in contact with Faith afterwards. So we'll see if the referees change their mind there. And instead, it will be a red card for Kim Dong-myung. And that looks like the correct decision. It was he who made contact with the face on the way through. He's arguing now, but it's a bit too late for him. So Jang stays on court, but Kim Dong-myung, player I'd mentioned before the game, very aggressive player, had already received a 2-minute suspension. But it's the end of his game now. He receives the red card. And a blow for Korea, one of their biggest weapons on the line, and also a very important player in defense, is off. And you have to assume it comes from that contact with the face after the shot. So there was no push on the way through. But our referees from Denmark, Martin Gading and Mads Hansen, had the opportunity to check it on the video replay. They figured it's a red card, so the end of the game for him, and Korea continue. Thankfully for them, they still have 19 players to choose from. But a big blow for almost undoubtedly their best line player out for the rest of this game. And they'll have to figure another way. So 6 players on court now, but I think they will have to take one off. At least on your screen you can see that there's a 2-minute suspension. They're taking the goalkeeper out. Didn't work out too well for them last time. They'll try it again. And Jung Jae-won has come in on the line instead. So we'll see what kind of impact he has. Joe up to the left-hand side. There's space in the wing there. Doesn't fancy the shot. And they recycle with a great opportunity there, because they are a player up in attack now at the moment. Nice ball out to the right-hand side, and that's well put away. First goal of the game for Jo Tae-hun. Was brought in at right back there instead of Jung. And he draws Andy Wolf out just to drop the ball in the near post. Germany playing with 5 in attack. They have 2-minute suspensions at the moment. So they've taken the keeper out, but there's still a man down in attack. Ball out to the right-hand side, Stefan Feinhold, and that's an attacking foul called against him. Good call by the referees. Good defending as well from Korea. And for the next 15 seconds, they're going to be a player up in attack, so they're going to have to move the ball quickly here, and that's exactly what they do. Cuts out to the right-hand side again. Looking for a bit of space. Shot comes in, it's wide to the left-hand side. Referees aren't happy with the shove by Stefan Feinhold, and that's another 2-minute suspension. So the referee's not messing about here early on. Interestingly enough, Mads Hansen, who you saw there giving the 2-minute suspension, he had tweeted earlier on today with a list of the potential situations that a video replay could be used. Maybe he knew already that he was going to have to use it at some point today. He did, resulting in that red card we just saw, as we see Korea score their 5th goal of the game, and the crowd is not happy at all. But the Koreans, in fairness to them, that's a nice finish. They just played on. 2nd goal of the game for Jang Dong-hyun. And they're back within 2. So all of a sudden, making a game of this, Korea and Germany are their own enemies at the moment. They're a bit over-aggressive defense. And there's a timeout called by the Germany coach, Christian Prokop. So he said everything was fantastic in the last timeout. I'm pretty sure the message will not be the same this time around. Let's listen in.
Also Gold raus, Überzahl vor. Du spielst die ganze Sache. Okay? Nein, wir sind die Auswahlmannschaft. Deswegen, cool bleiben, Überzahl richtig, und danach setzen wir uns wieder richtig ab, okay?
Ja, Leute, Abwehr ist der Schlüssel. Auch wenn wir überlegen sind, wir müssen immer bis zum Ende konzentriert sein bei denen, okay? Kamera!
Deutschland, komm!
We're back underway here with Germany in attack after the timeout. Things were going swimmingly just about 5 minutes ago. Things can change quickly in this sport. As you see the shot come in, that's well saved, but it's a free throw to Germany. Nice stop there by Park Jae-young. He's gaining confidence more and more with every save here. Stefan Feit, though, he's not to be stopped so far in this game. Another rocket, this time drifting across court, his 3rd goal of the game. 100% for him, and an excellent stop straight into the hands of Patrick Gretzky, and it's saved! 2 brilliant saves back to back. First of all from Andy Wolf, straight into the hands of Patrick Gretzky. But by the time Andy Wolf had finished celebrating, we saw this even better save by Park Jae-young. Now this game, the last 5 minutes or so, really heating up. Joe into the center. Korea with some good ball movement. The shot in there, oh, and it's through the leg. Just squeaked past Andy Wolf, and he's not happy about that one. And Korea Back within 2 as we approach the quarter-hour mark, halfway through the first half. First goal of the game for Kang Jong-gu. His first from the 5. He's been having a fantastic shooting day before that. First, a few shots in early on. And another save by Park. I think that has to be his at least 5th save of the game. Germany retained possession. Ball out to the left wing for Uwe Gensheimer. Saved once again. Park, he's having a stormer. And the ball almost stolen. Gensheimer has it again. The Germans a bit rattled here at the moment. A bit lacking in concentration in the attack. Gensheimer goes back across to the left-hand side. He's got space for the shot, and this time he makes no mistake. Looked like he was going for the near post. Sold the goalkeeper and then just fired it past his left arm. Nice ball in there as well. Not much Park could do about that one. And Germany now back into a 3-goal advantage. 3rd goal of the game for Uwe Gensheimer. Joe Kang drifts out to the right-hand side, but he takes too many steps. Ball changes possession. Ball into the line there. Hendrik Peckler, and he puts that away. Hint of attacking foul there, but he wasn't doing much moving. He just got the ball. His defender fell over. And Peckler puts it away, bounces him into the top left-hand corner. And it's a 4-goal lead for Germany. And turnovers like that for Korea have to be avoided. They're doing a pretty good job of it after a nervy opening minutes. Gave that one away, and all of a sudden, Germany back in command. Plenty of switching, plenty of movement in this backcourt. It's mesmerizing almost from Korea. The ball in the hands of Ri, the North Korean, on for his first action of the game, and right back shot comes in from long range, straight into the hands of the keeper. Germany counter-attack. Who will they find? Ball into the line by Peckler. Eventually gets it out to Gensheimer. And another one on Uwe Gensheimer. His 4th of the game. And the ball in by Fabian Vida, who had almost lost it. So as you can see, Ri Kyung-sung playing at centre-back now. One of the 4 North Korean players who was drafted into the team as part of this joint Korean side. Be interesting to see what kind of impact he can have and how he settles into this level. Shot comes in, a nice shot as well, but it's saved by the keeper. Feinhold. Grutsky into the line, saved. Nice spin, but Park was equal to it. And Hendrik Peckler picks up a bit of the resin he left on the floor. And Fabian Vida at right back now. Martin Strobel in the centre still. And Stefan Faith, who's probably the best performer in the Germany attack so far, at left back, drifting into the centre here though, and here he is on the ball, going for the shot, and this time it's saved. First time that Park is equal to a shot by Stefan Faith. We go again, a very aggressive offensive defense by Korea, and it works out. I was going to say it almost works out, but they do indeed steal the ball. Ri looking for someone to pass to. And Korea decide to slow it down. Didn't fancy their chances on that counter-attack. Good transition defense as well from Germany. And we go again. Joe into Ri Kyung-sung. Joe, the line player, looking for some space there. Plenty of movement. Not getting any luck at the moment. Shot comes in, a bounce shot back into the hands, and eventually put away And it's Park Kwang-soon. Bit of luck there. Just hopped out of the 6-meter area before he received the ball. Andy Wolf was complaining, suggesting that he was inside. He was inside for a moment, but managed to get back out. His second of the game. And 20 minutes into this opening game of the IHF World Championship 2019. And it's Korea 7, Germany 11. Strobel feed a nice ball out to the right wing for Grutzky. And it's Patrick Grutzky, the sole right wing in this German side. Beautiful pass out there by Fabian Vida. Plenty of space for Grutzky, who scores his second of the game. So this German attack really settling in nicely now. Many of their goals in the opening quarter coming from counter-attacks, but the settled play 6-on-6 is looking better and better, particularly when they move the ball into the line and out to the wings. At the moment, in terms of long-range shooting, we've only seen Stefan Faith try his luck, and for the most part he's been successful, but they need a few more dimensions to that attack. Joe now for Korea. Ball into the line is a beauty, but it's an even better save by Andy Wolf. Nice ball into the line by Ree. And the shot from the line was stopped in Germany now. It's Strobel. Got two line players to aim for. He doesn't fancy it. And Germany sticking with this two-line player approach. No longer. Patrick Wiencheck comes off. And Stefan Weinhold comes in, so we have two left-handers now in the backcourt with Stefan Weinhold and Fabian Vida. And it is Vida who skips past, and Hendrik Pekeler with miles to work with on that line. Easy as you like, nicely done by Vida, drawing in three defenders at once. A bit of miscommunication there by the Koreans. And Hendrik Pekeler enjoying plenty of space in the line. 3 goals for him from 5 attempts. And Germany with their biggest lead of the game so far. 6 goals now and getting dangerous for this Korean side. Joe back into the center. Kang, not much to work with there. And Park is hauled down. So the issue as well, when it comes to two teams at such different levels coming head-to-head, is that the opening 15-20 minutes, you often find that the supposedly weaker side can fool the better side for the opening 15 minutes or so. Not fool, but they have enough up their sleeve to keep them guessing. This German side getting more and more used to the Korean attack. As we see Gensheimer being fouled. But nothing more than a foul. Gensheimer wasn't too happy. Claimed to be hit up high. We're back underway here. And as I was saying, the German side getting used now to the Korean attack. And they're figuring out ways to stop them. We'll see how much those 2.5 weeks Korea had to train has given them in terms of concept play. There's been plenty of movement off the ball so far. As we see the shot come in, another save and an excellent save as well.
Nice save by the goalkeeper of Korea, #1, Park Ji.
And a bit of argy-bargy there between Jung and Uwe Gensheimer. Gensheimer's not happy about something, and it's a 2-minute suspension for Jung. We'll have to look at the replay for that one. Mads Hansen is in no doubt. He's given the 2-minute suspension. Let's look at that one again. Save came in. And it looks like Gensheimer was the one who pushed, indeed. I think Gensheimer was arguing that he had dived, but there's very clearly a shove there from Gensheimer. He gets himself a 2-minute suspension for that as well. Bit lucky for him that there were 2-minute suspensions, because in actual fact, it was just him who was the guilty party. Nevertheless, 2-minute suspensions all round, and Korea back underway. The goalkeeper's out. They're playing 6-on-5 in attack here. Ball out to the right-hand side, but there's nobody home. You could see that Park Dong-Kwang was already on his way out. As is often the way when you're playing without the goalkeeper, you do a certain amount of the attack with the full 6 before the nearest wing. In this case, it was Park who was making his way out, but his right back didn't know that and ends up passing into space. So a wasted opportunity for Korea, and now Germany are the ones with the one-man advantage in attack. Ball out to the left wing, and it's Matthias Musche save. Rebound, Hendrik Pekeler, and he makes no mistake this time. So as Matthias Musche in for his first action of the game, due to Gensheimer's suspension, his shot is saved. But the Korean players were nowhere near the rebound, and Pekeler puts it away, and it's a 6-goal lead once again with just under 5 minutes left of this first half. Joe and Kang playing between each other. Joe plays it out to the left-hand side, long-range shot blocked down by Finn Lemke. Another huge player, standing over 2 meters tall. And alongside Hendrik Pekeler, makes for a real wall in the center of that defense. But will that wall stand for much longer? No, it will not, because Hendrik Pekeler has got himself a 2-minute suspension. Sometimes the problem with being so tall is that when you're coming up against a relatively shorter Korean and your hand makes contact with his head like that, you are going off for 2 minutes, and that is the case here. So 2 men short for Germany for the next 8 seconds. And a golden opportunity here for Korea to cut the deficit a bit. Joe plays it into the center, ball over the top, and that is a penalty. And a telling off for Finn Lemke as well, and Yannick Kohlbacher, who's in the center of that defense for the first time today. And Kohlbacher was the one looking for the offensive foul, but in the end he just got it away, fell inside, and it'll be a penalty. And it's Joe Taehyun who steps up to the line, the right back against Andy Wolf. He fakes it once, and it's saved! Andy Wolf for this first penalty save of the day. And that makes for a happy Christian Prokop on the bench. Wasn't falling for any fake, and you could see from a mile away that he knew exactly where that ball was going. Excellent penalty stop by Andy Wolf. And Germany now playing 6-on-6 in attack. They've taken the keeper out to even up the odds here, as they also try to kill the remaining 1 minute and 15 seconds left on the suspension. Vida, Faith, long-range shot, and this time into the top right-hand corner. He has got a rocket for an arm, that boy. Korea trying to respond immediately. Space on the right-hand side, but he's forgot something. He went for the shot, but the ball wasn't there. Na Seung-do had plenty of space to work with, but he'd already decided what kind of shot he was taking before the ball was even in his hands. So a wasted opportunity there for Korea. And now Germany, with just 30 seconds left in their suspension, have a chance to double the scores. It was looking very different just a couple of minutes ago, but now all of a sudden Germany could go into the halftime break with an 8-goal lead. Vida, Faith, into Yannick Kohlbacher on the line, and that boy does not miss. He's been excellent this season at club level. Impeccable shooting efficiency. We've seen it here on the international stage at the World Championship for the first time this year. Kohlbacher makes it 16-8 to Germany with just under 2 minutes left in this first half. Looking for the line switch, but nobody there. Joe in the middle now. Plays it off to the left-hand side. Cuts back in the middle as well. That's the one area I'd be trying to avoid, is the middle. And that's exactly the reason why. Nice steal there by the defensive wall of Germany. Ball into Paddy Wiencheck. Another nice save. And those high shots seem to be Park Jae-young's speciality, because he's making some wonderful saves. Anything that goes high. And then the other end, shot goes in, but it's a penalty earned by Jeong Jae-won. Musha gives it away. He was too late to the ball, not much he could do. Another penalty opportunity, and this time there's no mistake made. And it's Jang Dong-hwan. He'd already scored one. Don't know why he didn't take the last penalty, and that one was beautifully placed, just past the face of Andy Wolf. Living on the edge there, Jang. And with a minute left here, Korea trailing by 7 once again. Stefan Faith into Vida in the middle, and Grutsky going the long way around. Ball into the line is a nice one there, and a penalty earned by Yannick Kohlbacher. Never really got the shot away, but he got himself a penalty, and it looks like the man who'd fouled him was the one who came off worse in that exchange. He'll be fine, and Uwe Gensheimer steps up to take the penalty. The man famed for his penalty taking and his excellent wrist shots. Let's see what he's got up his sleeve here. First penalty of the day, up against Park. Gensheimer fakes it once, fakes it twice, and bounces it into the bottom left-hand corner. 17-9. And we've got 20 seconds left on the clock here in the first half. So it'll be Korea who finished this first half in attack, barring any disaster here in the next 10 seconds. Looking for the line switch. Shot comes in straight away. Rebound out to the left wing, and they score just before the buzzer. Nice end to the first half there by Jang. 2 goals in a row for him. And Korea's 10th of the day, rather. And at halftime here in our opening match of the IHF Men's World Championship in Berlin, it's Korea 10, Germany 17, and a game which Korea settled into quite well, it has to be said. Once they realized they weren't going to be scoring much from the backcourt, they managed to find their way through. Then came a real hectic 5 minutes or so where we saw the red card for Kim Dong-myung. But Korea, despite that, playing with plenty of passion and heart, and they're not doing too badly at all. They're creating chances everywhere, but Andy Wolf has been equal to a lot of them. And down the other end, some great goalkeeping as well by Park Jae-young. But it's Germany with the 7-goal advantage at halftime, and we'll be back in about 10 minutes time with coverage of the second half. So join us then.
Es lebe Handball. Lidl lohnt sich.
800 Millionen Menschen haben keinen Zugang zu sauberem Wasser. Und der Klimawandel wirkt sich auf die ganze Welt aus. Unterstützen Sie uns dabei, auf die Ziele Nummer 6 und 13 der UN aufmerksam zu machen. Stehen Sie auf und unterstützen Sie die Ziele Nummer 6 und 13 mit einer Laola-Welle.
Faces Festival, das Electronic Music Festival am Nürburgring. Vom 21. bis 25. August mit Major Lazer, Don Diablo, Project One und vielen mehr. Tickets auf eventim.de.
Meine Damen und Herren, das ist der Hauptpreis bei unserem Lidl-Halbzeit-Gewinnspiel. Es geht um 2 Tickets für die Spiele am Samstag hier in Berlin. Und bei mir sind Wolf, beziehungsweise Jana und Wolf, Ladies First. Und die beiden haben wir gerade hier ausgewählt aus den Zuschauern. Die kriegen uns mal einen Riesenapplaus für Jana und Wolf. Herzlich willkommen bei unserem Halbzeit-Gewinnspiel. Und wir haben mal richtig kreativ in die Kiste gegriffen. Das gab es noch nie. Ihr müsst hier diese Teile treffen. Die klappen dann hier so nach oben und bleiben oben hängen. Ihr habt 2 Minuten Zeit, ihr habt 10 Bälle. Und derjenige, der zuerst fertig ist, der gewinnt die 2 Karten für den Samstag. Schon was vor am Samstag?
Nö, das noch nicht.
Okay, Wolf, hast du schon was vor am Samstag? Handball schauen. Hast du schon Karten? Nein, noch nicht, aber gleich. Oh, das ist die Kampfansage, Jana. Jana, ich darf dich mal bitten, auf die andere Seite zu gehen. Wolf, du hier nach vorne, 10 Bälle. Und wir haben unsere notarielle Aufsicht. Dominik Pütz wird die 2 Minuten mitstoppen. Und wir zählen gemeinsam runter hier in Berlin. Und es geht los in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 und bitte! Ja, das sieht vielleicht ein bisschen leichter aus, als es tatsächlich ist, aber die Dinge klappen wirklich richtig gut hoch. Ah, schon mal zumindest getroffen, Jana. Und Wolf nochmal getroffen, jawohl. Ah, die Dinge müssen richtig hart getroffen werden, dass sie nach oben klappen. Soll das Unentschieden stehen nach 2 Minuten? Gibt's nicht. Die Jana trifft zum ersten Mal. Super, Jana hat gezeigt, dass es funktioniert. Ah, Wolf die Kante getroffen. Ja, Wolf, nochmal die Kante. Jana führt mit 1:0. 1 Minute und 20 Sekunden noch. Jana wackelt. Führt immer noch mit. Jana macht den 2. Treffer. Klasse, Jana. Und wenn sie den 3. trifft, dann ist das Spiel vorbei. Schon vor den 2 Minuten. Jana! Lady Power! Jana, komm zu mir bitte. Wow, Jana. Der Wolf kommt und gratuliert ganz fair. Herzlichen Glückwunsch, Jana. Wolf kommt zu uns auf die Seite. Jana, Wolf hat gemeint, er würde am Samstag zum Handball gehen. Jetzt hat er keine Karten. Hast du schon jemanden, den du mitnimmst?
Mein Kind?
Oh, Wolf, du bist leider raus. Aber du darfst am Samstag einkaufen gehen bei Lidl. 20 € Gutschein. Viel Spaß. Und du darfst zum Handball. 2 Karten. Riesenapplaus für Jana Wolf! Dankeschön. Und die beiden, die sind sich gerade so ein bisschen näher gekommen, zumindest beim Handshake. Und jetzt wird es Zeit, dass ihr euch ein bisschen näher kommt. Ihr kennt es alle und natürlich machen wir das auch. Die Kiss Cam, auch hier in Berlin. Zeigt mal Berlin, wie lieb ihr euch habt. Gleich seht ihr das Herz auf unseren großen Videoscreens und dann küsst euch ganz leidenschaftlich. haben wir keinen mehr, meine Damen und Herren. Das war unsere Kiss-Cam. Vielen, vielen Dank für so viel Liebe hier in Berlin. Meine Damen und Herren, die beiden Mannschaften sind schon wieder da. Ich gebe gleich rüber zu Kevin Gerwin. Der wird auch die zweite Halbzeit hier begleiten. Aber ich wollte mal kurz in die Runde fragen. Noch mal ein bisschen Stimmung hören. Where are the fans from Korea? Where are the spectators? Fans from Korea! Okay, eine Gegenfrage. Wo sind die Fans für Deutschland?
Hello, hello everyone, and welcome back to our live coverage of the opening match of the 26th IHF Men's World Championship. And it's a historic occasion with the very first time a joint Korea side are playing, and they're facing the co-hosts, Germany. And it's been a fascinating first half. Plenty of talking points. We've seen a red card, which many people are discussing. We've seen some very good play and some not so good play from both sides as well. But after 30 minutes of this opening game, the German side expectedly in the lead. They've got a 7-goal advantage here at the break, 17-10. But a lot for Korea and their coach, Cho Young-shin, to be happy with. All despite the loss of their line player, Kim Dong-myung, after he received the red card for contact with the face of Stefan Faith, who indeed has probably been one of the better attacking players so far in this game for Germany, as is the man you just saw on your screen there, Uwe Gensheimer. Germany will be satisfied, not delighted with that opening 30 minutes. Plenty to work on, but the most important thing for them and their coach, Christian Prokop, is that they have the advantage so far. And 30 minutes left to play to pick up their first victory of the championship. And it looks like we're just about ready to go here. Quick reminder before we start that we have another game coming up at 8:15 Central European time. That's our other opening match of the championship between Chile and the other hosts, Denmark. But we've got 30 minutes left here. It looks like our Danish referees are happy to go. And here we go with Germany attacking left to right on your screen in the black shirts with red trim. They've got a 7-goal advantage, and they're a man up here for the opening attack for the next 1 minute 15 seconds, in fact, as Korea had a 2-minute suspension just before the break. And it's Matthias Musche who's in the left wing. His first real involvement of the game. He was on for a couple of minutes earlier on. Ball into the line to Yannick Kohlbacher, and he gets his 2nd goal of the game. Easy as you like, Germany, and that's been one of the big strengths for them so far today, is finding the line players. Of course, they've got quite a physical advantage over their opponents today, and they're really making the most of it when it comes to finding the line. And now an 8-goal lead for the Germans. Biggest margin so far was 9 goals towards the end of that first half. And now Korea in the attack with nobody at home in goal, playing 6-on-6 in attack, and it's very bunched in at the moment as their extra player has now gone off to allow the keeper to come back on. Ball into the line there was a good one, but the line player wasn't quite aware, and it looks like he's come off badly in that one. Perhaps a bit of a shoulder injury as he made contact with Patrick Wienczek's arm as he tried to claim that ball. Let's look at it again. Oh yeah, heavy contact there. Hopefully he'll be okay. Shot comes in, and that's saved by Andy Wolf. Interesting choice to keep him in. He had a fantastic first half. It's not a problem with his play, but I would have figured that Prokop would have given Silvio Heinefetter 30 minutes as well in goal. But he's decided to stick with Andreas Wolf. And he's paid him back with an early save here at the beginning of the second half. So Martin Strobel back in at centre-back. Stefan Weinhold in on the right-hand side. And Yannick Kohlbacher has come in as a second line player there. He was in the right wing. As we see, a 2-minute suspension given to the Korean left wing. And it's Park Young-jun a needless one as well, as he tried to hang on to the line player. The Kohlbacher now in on the line in his usual position. Plenty of space to work with here for Germany. And Matthias Muscha, who gets his first goal of this championship. Had one saved in the first half when he was on for a couple of minutes due to Gensheimer's suspension. Makes no mistake this time. Makes the keeper commit himself and then just spins it past his standing leg. Now Korea playing very deep. Again, plenty of movement off the ball, but not happening quick enough to do anything against this German defense. They're going to have to do more to make this defense move and try and find some gaps. At the moment, the German team looking very, very big. And that's good defending there. Running straight into the center of that defense, Jung. He scored the first goal of the game, Jung Soo-young, but since then hasn't been up to too much. He's in the center at the moment. Nice spin there, and as a penalty, well worked by Jo Tae-hun. Spins past Fabian Bohm. Take it out on the way through. A grimace there, but he'll be okay. And it's Jang Dong-hyun who comes in for the penalty. He scored the last one. Past Andy Wolf. Let's see what he can do this time. He doesn't take a fake and he shoots it straight at that right leg of Andy Wolf. He gave him that right-hand side of the goal. The keeper's right-hand side, that is. And he lured him into that shot. Didn't find the corner. And a nice stop by Wolf. Second penalty save of the day for him. Weinhold out to the left-hand side. Weinhold again in the center now. Strobel stranded out on the right-hand side. He goes in as a second line. Ball into the line to Yannick Kohlbacher. He spins and places it through the keeper's legs. Excellent line play. Again, a nice ball in there by Weinhold. 3 out of 3 for Kohlbacher. I mentioned in the first half that he does not miss that guy. Excellent shooting percentage in the German league so far this season with Rhein-Neckar Leuven, and he's kept it up here so far. 3 out of 3 for him. And Germany hit the 20-goal mark, really making a huge gap early in this second half. And Korea already look to be running out of ideas in attack. Shot comes in, that's saved. Rebound, almost in the hands of a Korean. The foul is called. And Koo Chang-yun gets us going again. You could see from that shot, he's a line player, Koo, but the difference in size between him and the two players in the center of that defense for Germany is incredible. Shot saved at the near post by Andy Wolf. Really favoring these bounce shots, Korea. And Andy Wolf is equal to it as we see a nice breakaway there. And that is going to be a 2-minute suspension as well. Fabian Bohm had his shot saved, but it doesn't matter. He's being dragged out of on the way through. Nice stop there by Park once again. But it's another Park who goes off for 2 minutes for that one. Park Young-jun, the guilty party, and it's a penalty. And Uwe Gensheimer steps up to the mark. Gensheimer. He fakes it once and he just places it into the bottom left-hand corner. Gentle spin. Nice flick of the wrist. You can see it here from this angle beautifully. Just drops it past the standing leg, and that is a timeout for Korea. But something's got to change for them. Let's listen into Cho Young-shin.
자신줄이 없어. 왜 오만 시작했어? 한번 들어가봐. 한번 뭐야? 집중해서 해야 집중해서. 알겠지? 자, 공격할 때 수영아. 저기 봐. 잠깐 쉬고. 정구야. 정구 센터로 준비하고. 잠깐 쉬고. Kamera! Mann!
we'll see if Korea change the approach somewhat. They have managed at times to unlock this German defense, but early in this second half, they really haven't managed it. And it's a big task for them to make this a respectable score now. 10 goals, a dangerous margin, 11 goals rather, a dangerous margin to work with. And they're a player down at the moment for the next 1 minute, 35 seconds, taking the keeper out to play 6-on-6 in attack. So they can't afford to lose any soft balls here. Very active German defense as well. See the pressure they're putting on as the 6th Korean player comes off court to allow the keeper to come back on. And there just looks to be no way through at the moment for Korea, running into traffic in the middle of that defense. Their strongest part, and also the addition of Fabian Bowman there, another big lad, makes it even trickier for them. Shot comes in, and this time it's put away, Park Kwang-soon. And Andy both got a hand to it. There was just a bit too much mustard in that one. And Korea off the mark for the first time in this second half. It took them 6.5 minutes, and it's Park's 3rd goal of the game. Weinhold. Boom, Fabian Bohm buries it in. First goal of the game, I believe, for him. Saw his first action after the halftime break. Nice movement off the ball there. Fabian Bohm and Stefan Faith, the 2 left backs, providing all the long-range shooting for Germany so far in this game. But as it stands, they don't really need much more as they go on in this tournament. That will have to change. But against Korea at the moment, what they're doing is more than enough. Hand is up for passive play for Korea here. They're going to have to do something quick. Shot comes in, saved by the keeper. Weinhold picks up the rebound. Matthias Musche comes away with it, plays it back, and you can see he hopped on his standing leg there a couple of times. Too many steps taken. Ball back in Korea's hands. They have to move the ball quickly here. There's space if they can find it, but instead straight into the German defense. And you can see Matthias Musche not happy with himself, but he'll have other opportunities. Double scores here after 8 minutes of this second half. Germany looking very comfortable and looking solid as a rock in defense. Kang Jong-gu out on the left-hand side now on the ball, but he leaves it behind him. Doesn't collect it. Empty net to shoot into, and that's another empty net goal. We saw one in the first half. Prove again, Seimer, one there for Stefan Weinhold. And that's the last thing you can do when you're playing without the goalkeeper. You need safe hands, you can't have any technical mistakes, any unforced errors, and that's exactly what happened there. First goal of the game for Stefan Weinhold, who's been brilliant in his passing so far today. And now he's been rewarded with his first goal of the game. But Korea still without anyone at home, playing 7-on-6 in attack here. Kang. And now they've no left wing because the left wing has gone off, so a bit tricky there, but that's a nice finish. And it's Joe Tae-hun who puts it away. Second goal of this second half for Korea. 3rd of the game for him. And you can see that these backdoor players, they are finding the net, but shooting under 50%. And you really can't afford to do that. You compare that to the likes of Stefan Faith, who missed just one of his attempts in the first half. And that really explains the difference between the sides. The backcourt against Germany's huge defense just hasn't been good enough, as we see another technical error, and pretty much the same as we saw from Matthias Musche. 2 in a row for Germany, that's uncommon for them. Maybe too relaxed at this stage of the game. Still 20 minutes left to play. And you can be sure that they will not be letting up, or at least their coach, Christian Prokop, will not want them to let up. There's places to play for here as the tournament moves on, and there will be tougher games than this. Shot comes in, but it's wide to the right. Germany take it away, ball out to the left-hand side. Oh, another pass gone astray. And that's 3 attacks, I think, in a row, or 3 out of 4 at least, that just hasn't worked out for Germany. They ask themselves a few questions here. Prokop doesn't look too happy either. Maybe a few changes on the way for Germany, who, as I mentioned, have a tough game already in 2 days' time against Brazil. Be by no means easy. And then Russia on the 14th before they face France on the 15th in what many people are expecting to be the group decider before they wrap up the preliminary round campaign against Serbia. But the games against Russia and Brazil are not to be taken lightly. 2 teams that are going to be scrapping for a top 3 spot as well. And you can hear the cheers from the crowd as their beloved Silvio Heinefetter comes in between the posts. The Fuchs Berlin goalkeeper seeing his first action of the game. Strobel. Shot comes in. Oh, and that's the first of the game from Franz Semper. He's got a bit of a rocket for an arm as well, the young right back. He got his first chance to shoot in anger there, and he just buried it straight down the middle. No need for placement there when you've got an arm like that, at least on this occasion. First goal for Franz Semper, the 21-year-old Leipzig player. Shot comes in from long range, and the first save of the game for Silvio Heinefetter. The crowd enjoy that one. As we see Germany on the counter-attack and put away by Paddy Wilczek. Second of the game for him. Both, I believe, have been on fast breaks. Finn Lemke with a nice assist in the transition attack, and not much Park Jae-young in goal could do about that. Park in the middle, plays it off. Kang going nowhere at the moment. He's out in the left back position. He's usually the playmaker. Park in the middle for the meantime. Lays it off for the long range shot. That's going to be a corner throw. Or at least it looked like it was going to be a corner throw. I think the referees will check. At least from my angle, it looked like it would be. As did Barton Gating. But then, after a quick chat with Mads Hansen, decides, no, it's the goalkeeper's ball. It looked like it did take a deflection. Let's look at that one again. Okay, it came off his teammate as Finn Lemke was pointing at. That's the last thing you want, standing on the line, getting a smack off the face from your own player. For Germany, back in attack, line switch with Wilczek, goes the long way around. Semper now, an aggressive defense by Korea, doesn't really pay off. Plenty of space in the left wing for Matthias Musche, who makes no mistake. Big reception for him as well, the Magdeburg player. You can be sure that there's plenty of fans who've traveled from Magdeburg, about an hour away, an hour and a half from Berlin, to support their man. Playing in his first major championship with Germany. Shot comes in. Oh, that's a beauty. What movement by Kang Jong-gu. Beautiful contortion of the body, and just whacks it into the right-hand side of the goal. Not much chance for Heinefetter there. I would like to see more of that, please. Finn Lemke in at left back. He plays it off to Musche. Oh, and that's a good save. Important for Park, who was doing very well in the first half. Wasn't making too many saves here in the second half. That'll do him good. We have two Kangs now in the backcourt. Kang Tan and Kang Jong-gu. There's Kang switching with the line player. He goes in as a second line player, looking for a bit of space. The space runs out, shot by Kang straight into Finn Lemke. I think Heinefetter stepped outside of his area there as he tried to get the ball moving. He remonstrates with the referee. And we're back underway here. Well, we've got a quarter of this game left here, and it's double scores. Korea 13, Germany 26. And a quick reminder that we have at 8:15 local time, Denmark's opening game of this World Championship at home in Copenhagen against Chile. As you can see in the screen there, Paul Drux, another local favorite, another Fuxa Berlin player, is warming up to come on court. But for the moment, Franz Semper with the shot saved. Rebound goes Korea's way, and he leaves it behind, eventually gets his hands on it, and ends up with Matthias Mosche on top of him.
And it was the net. Nice save by number 1 in the goal of Korea.
Korea take it away. And as we see, number 2, Ri Kyung-song, come back on court. And their coach, Cho Young-shin, did promise that there would be at least one North Korean player featuring in every game. And today it has been Ri Kyung-song, who he is back on court, plays the ball out to the right-hand side. He's waiting on the line there, and that is a foul. I would say good defending by Finn Lemke there, but he basically just stood in the way. Didn't need to do much more. Kang tries to find space at the left-hand side, but that's good defending by Semper. In fact, we have two North Koreans on now at the same time. You can see in the left wing as well, number 14 rather, Ri Sung-jin. And down the other end, Yannick Kohlbacher makes no mistake, as per usual. 4 out of 4 for him today, I believe. And a real struggle for Korea, who would be known for their speed, but they're being outrun by the line players here on counter-attack. It's one of Germany's huge strengths. It'll be interesting to see exactly how many goals they got in counter-attack so far today. For Korea, it's all about gaining experience at this stage, proven by the fact that we have two North Korean players playing in their first major championship, it has to be said. Their first World Championship for sure. And their first championship with this team. Only joined this squad on the 22nd of December. So it's fantastic to see them in action. And that's a nice shot as well. And it's Kang Tan. Puts it away for his first goal of the game. Finn Lemke takes a long-range shot. He's not known for his shooting, that boy. And he's struggling to come back as well. But he fancied his chances there. Korea take it away. Have a chance to settle down. As Ri Sung-jin comes back in on the left wing. It'd be nice to see one of the Ri's get a goal here today. Let's see if it happens. Here's Ri, plays it into the line. He's moving the ball well, Ri Kyung-song. He looks fairly confident and settled in that backcourt, which is no easy task against this side. One of the most formidable and scary defenses in world handball. A defense that practically won them the European Championship in 2016. And here's Ri, tries to find a way past. Eventually gets through, but he's held up. Just a free throw. Korea come away with it again. The hand is up for passive play. They'll have to do something soon, and there's the first goal for Ri Kyung-song. And if I'm not mistaken, the first goal from a North Korean player at a World Handball Championship. And look at that as well, 99 kilometers. Goes down low, too low for Finn Lemke to reach, and he buries it in. First goal of the game indeed for Ri Kyung-song. First goal of the game for a North Korean player in this joint Korean side. Great to see. And the score now 27-15. Ball in to Yannick Kohlbacher by Drux. No penalty given there. Ball into the line, spun past the keeper, and that's an excellent finish as well. Koo Chang-yun. Nice ball into the line. And a beautiful finish. Spins it past the oncoming Silvio Heinefetter. So at times, this Korean side showing plenty of class and skill. Unfortunately for them, it just hasn't been over the course of the 50 minutes so far, as you see the shot go wide to the left. Ri out to the left-hand side to Kang. He tries to find some space. That'll be an attacking foul, but too many steps taken as well. That's what the referee called. I think it could have been called for an attacking foul as well if it hadn't been for the steps. But the Koreans doing well so far in this final quarter of the game. They've brought the deficit down to 11 goals. I think a moral victory for them today would be to get under 10 to make it a single-digit defeat. But overall, they've been doing well. Their settled defense has been working fairly well as well. Nice ball into the line there. Oh, and that would have been magical. But it's a penalty instead for Yannick Kohlbacher. Went for the blind shot. Little flick of the wrist as well. Managed to switch hands on his way up. Excellent stuff. But it doesn't matter, he got himself a penalty, which will be taken by Uwe Gensheimer. Two out of two from the penalty line so far for the PSG left wing. He steps up, he fakes it once, and he puts it into the bottom right-hand corner. Gensheimer just on penalty duty in this second half. You can see him toying with the goalkeeper. Ji Hyung-jin sends him one way, then the other, and then places it into the bottom right-hand corner. 12-goal lead once again for the Germans. Ri into Kang. Ri again. You can see, even in these couple of weeks, that he, despite the fact that he's only joined in late December, he understands the attacking concept, as we see another shot whipped in. And it's Kang, his second of the game. And he's got a whip on him when he wants to. And they're really finding a way around this German defense now. Early on, they tried to go over them. That didn't work. At the beginning of the second half, they tried to go through them. That didn't work. Now, they're figuring a way around them, using their height to their own advantage. And that's much, much better. And these last 10 minutes in particular have been a huge improvement. Semper. Paul Drux now, the local boy, plays it into the center. Space, so much space in the right wing, and it's saved! Another big stop by Park Jae-young. This time, Grutsky's the man who's denied. Almost too much space to work with. And Park managed to cut back into his near post just in time. As he gets acclaim from his entire bench for that one. And the coach very happy. Kang on the left-hand side. He'll come back into the middle now as Ri drifts out to the left. Kang goes for the shot. It's blocked this time. Patrick Wiencheck not having anything going over his head. It may go around Lemke, but it's not going over Wiencheck. Kang into Ri. Ri tries to go around. He spins, but he's fouled on the way through. Takes too many steps. Free throw for Korea. Kang, Ri. Space there for the shot. It's saved. Out to the right wing. The rebound, but it goes out of play. The corner throw, though, given to Korea. To Silvio Heinefetter's dismay. And Jung plays it into the center. Kang low shot there, and that's going to be the corner, I think. Yeah. Came off the hand of the defender. So a long attack here for Korea. And there's the hand. gone up for passive play. Shot comes in straight into the hands of Silvio Heinefetter. He looks up to the left-hand side for the counter-attack. The pass isn't perfect, but Musha has it and he makes the most of it. Down the other end, Korea come away with it, and that's going to be a 2-minute suspension, I think. A one-man mission for Kang Tan, and it works out well. He just needed one bounce, danced his way through about 3 defenders before he was taken out. Got the shot off, but that's a 2-minute suspension for Fabian Bohm.
2 Minuten Zeitstrafe gegen Deutschland. Und zwar gegen die Nummer 38, Fabian Böhm. 2-minute suspension against Germany. Number 38, Fabian Böhm.
Now, as I was saying, now we're going to have a Korea attack with a man up. But instead, we're going to have a Korea timeout. As their coach, Cho Young-shin, gives them a plan for this 2-minute power play. Let's listen in.
저기 뭐야, 수영아, 경종이하고 방금 네가 센터로 와. 수영이 하나 해. 재한이가 들어가지. 수영아, 탄이 끌어줘. 수영이 형 줘봐. 수영, 연결해줘 하고 다시 한번 동현이까지 가. 동현이요? 동현이까지 가고 경종이 말고 경종아, 여기서 다시 오긴 날로. 여기 봐도 동현이한테. 우리 한명 대장이니까 마지막 마무리 집중하고 하나라고 생각하고. 동현이 형한테 빨리 가지.
You can see a replay there of Silvio Heinefetter enjoying himself. You see he's in good moods at the moment, playing in what would be considered his home city here, Berlin. The long-time Fuchs Berlin goalkeeper. Korea now, a player up in attack. Ball out to the left wing, in-flight goal attempt. Oh, that's unfortunate. Nearly connects. But Germany take it away instead, and that's why we saw the timeout. They're expecting something special to come out of that. And it almost worked out. The thing was, there was so much space on the left wing, he probably should have just gone for the shot himself. He went for the spectacular instead. We'll see if they try it again at some point in this final 5 minutes. Paul Drucks, Semper, Drucks. Semper out to the right-hand side, going nowhere. Nice ball out to the left there, plenty of space, and there's an in-flight attempt of their own. Stopped, open goal shot, and it's gone wide to the right. It's all happening here. And look at the smile on his face. You can see how much they're enjoying this game, Korea, regardless of the score. And to be fair, the score is not that bad. They've managed to keep Germany to a very respectable score. And considering the new players in this team, the players from North Korea, only joined on the 22nd of December. And the fact that 2 of them have played a fairly decent part of this game, particularly in the second half, says a lot about their spirit. And that's the one thing that they promised to show at this championship. Semper. Oh, and that's a heavy foul, but nothing more than a foul on Martin Strobel. And is up for passive play. Strobel goes 1 against 1, plays it off to Semper. Strobel again, he's got a bit of space. He tries to find the line, however. Paul Drucks picks it up, and it's a turnover. Ball into an empty net, and it's a goal for Korea. Well, Silvio Heinefetter nearly takes out some cameramen on his way to try and stop that one. Good vision there by Kang. And he puts it away nicely. 3rd goal of the game for Kang Tan. He's had a very good second half. The young centre-back and left-back, been playing mostly at left-back, doing a very decent job. Semper. Paul Drucks goes 1 against 1. Oh, that's a classic Drucks move, but he shoots it straight at the goalkeeper. Counter-attack opportunity here for Korea. And nothing doing, says the referees. Germany take it away, the space on the left-hand side if they can move the ball out there. Grutzky into the line, and it's saved again. Second save in quick succession. And you don't see that one often. Kohlbacher missing one. But the keeper, Park Jae-young, stood tall. And it's great. Every big save like that gets an entire round of high fives from his bench. 36% save efficiency, 16 saves from him today. Park Jae-young. Ball out to the left wing. Looking to do something creative there, but in the end, came to nothing. So they go again, Korea. Kang shot straight into Paul Drux in the center of that defense. We're into the final 2 minutes here. Korea looking for some gaps. Ball into the line is no good, and that's going to be a Germany ball. Came off the foot of the line player. Drux out to the left-hand side. Space there for the wing for Matthias Muscher. He even has time to bounce in and then throws it straight to the keeper. Too much time in his hands. Another save for Park Jae-young. Make that 17 on the day, and that is an incredible performance. Really, really good stuff. Standout performer for Korea today between the posts, Park Jae-young. Drux, Semper. Paul Drux goes for the long-range shot, and he's not messing about. He puts it right down the middle, down low. Makes up for his earlier miss, and that brings up the 30-goal mark for Germany. There was danger of them not hitting it there. They were just short of it for about 5 minutes. Would have been nice for Korea to keep it under 30, but to keep it at 30 goals is a very good achievement. And we'll see if they can score their 19th here into the final half minute of this opening game of the Men's World Championship. It's going to be 2 points to the host nation, Germany, on this historic occasion. But Korea have done very, very well and shown us some beautiful moments just like that one by Kang Tan, who's been excellent in the second half. And that should be the final goal of this game. Indeed it is. That final shot, even though it was saved, will count for nothing. And that is that. Our first game of the 26th IHF Men's World Championship is in the books. A very fascinating clash. At times it looked like Germany were going to run away with it, but all fair play to Korea. They managed to keep it a real contest. They made it very interesting at both ends of the court. Popped up with some magical moments, both in attack and in defense, mostly through their goalkeeper, Park Jae-young. As for Germany, they won't be delighted with every aspect of that game, but they've done more than enough to pick up a comfortable victory here and get their World Championship campaign started. And before we move on, we're going to have the Player of the Match award. And it's a bit of a different approach for the first time, as the Player of the Match, which is sponsored by Hummel, will have the opportunity to donate Hummel equipment to help less fortunate players and teams in the handball world. A very nice idea, I think. And we'll see who'll be the first player to be offered this opportunity. And as the hall announcer repeats what I just said, a quick reminder that at 8:15, so in just 20 minutes time, we will have the opening match in Denmark. As I said, this championship is hosted both in Denmark and Germany. So the opening match in Denmark's group at the Royal Arena in Copenhagen will take place between Chile and Denmark. And there is your Player of the Match, and it's Andy Wolf. Fantastic first half performance from him. Conceded just 10 goals, made some excellent saves. As he receives his trophy, also a Hummel shirt. And as I mentioned before, he will receive a certificate to show that he has donated Hummel equipment to help a less fortunate player or team. fantastic initiative from Hummel and the IHF. A nice way to mark the end of this game. A fascinating contest, a historic occasion here in Berlin as the joint Korean team play their first World Championship match. In the end, it's a defeat, and an expected defeat, but a really brave performance, and they showed exactly what they wanted to coming into this. Great team spirit, as well as some magic moments. But from Berlin this evening, that's it, with a final score of Korea 19, Germany 30. And a reminder to join us at 8:15 local time for the other match this evening between Chile and Denmark. But until then, goodbye and take care.
Liebe Zuschauer, was für ein stimmungsvoller Auftakt. Vielen, vielen Dank für diese fantastische Weltmeisterschaftsatmosphäre hier in Berlin. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for the spectacular atmosphere this evening, and we will continue even tomorrow with the second day here in Berlin at 6 o'clock Serbia versus Russia, the next match here in Berlin. Dankeschön, meine Damen und Herren, ein riesen Dankeschön. Kriegen wir nochmal einen dicken Applaus hin für alle ehrenamtlichen Helferinnen und Helfer, die das hier möglich machen in Berlin. Thanks a lot to all volunteers here in Berlin. Und Ihnen allen nochmal vielen, vielen Dank, meine Damen und Herren. Wir sehen uns hoffentlich wieder die nächsten Tage. Genießen Sie alles, was es hier gibt, rund um diese tolle Arena. Draußen beispielsweise die Fanzone. Und da brauchen wir auch gar keine Eintrittskarte, auch wenn Sie die nächsten Tage keine Karte mehr haben. Kommen Sie hierher und genießen Sie auch die Weltmeisterschaftsatmosphäre in unserer Fanzone. Jetzt gibt es noch mal ein paar Verbraucherhinweise und dann geht es hinaus in die Nacht mit diesem Erfolg von Deutschland gegen Korea. Guter Auftakt für unsere Mannschaft. Schicken wir nochmal Applaus an die deutsche Handball-Nationalmannschaft! Und da haben wir auch nochmal ein schönes Bild, meine Damen und Herren, gemeinsames Bild mit Dr. Thomas Bach, den Botschaftern und mit dem IHF-Präsidenten Dr. Hassan Mustafa.
Es lebe Handball. Lohnt sich.
800 Millionen Menschen haben keinen Zugang zu sauberem Wasser. Und der Klimawandel wirkt sich auf die ganze Welt aus. Unterstützen Sie uns dabei, auf die Ziele Nummer 6 und 13 der UN aufmerksam zu machen. Stehen Sie auf und unterstützen Sie die Ziele Nummer 6 und 13 mit einer Laola-Welle.
Der